Hey everyone, it's triplemangothreat, and today we're taking a look at some Dark Confidant budget alternatives. But before we can do that, let's look into what Dark Confidant can actually do. For 1 and a black, we have a 2/1 human wizard. And at the beginning of our upkeep, we reveal the top card of our library, put that card into our hand, and we lose life equal to its converted mana cost. Getting an additional card into our hand besides the one we draw for each turn is really powerful. If we reveal the top card and it's a land, we lose no life and we get to play that land that turn if we want to. And we have 1 less land in our library. This is just a really powerful card, and it shows that with its price. The lowest price I found was $23.35 from Modern Masters. Now, this isn't card draw like Phyrexian Arena because this says at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Dark Confidant says we put the card into our hand, so this is different, but we're still getting the card into our hand in addition to the card we're drawing for turn. What I'm trying to say is that we're not going to get our draw triggers off of Phyrexian Arena like Dark Confidant, but if you're just wanting extra cards in your hand, this is a great way to do it. Now, moving on to the budget alternatives, let's talk about Painseer. For 1 and a black, we have a 2/2 human wizard. It has inspired, so whenever it becomes untapped, we reveal the top card of our library. We're going to put that into our hand and we lose life equal to its converted mana cost. So this is exactly like Dark Confidant, except it really wants it to be untapped. So we could do this by attacking with it, but most likely our opponents are going to try to block because that extra card each turn can add up. So if we really want to work around this card, we can find other cards to make it tapped with Springleaf Drum, Airstrung Kodo, Glare of Subdual, and Bramble Snap. All of these are great options because we can tap Painseer for no cost, and then we can untap Painseer at our untap step. So this is a lot of work to just get 1 card from Painseer, but there is another budget alternative. Let's talk about Dark Tutelage. For 2 and a black, it's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library, you put that card into your hand, and you lose life equal to its converted mana cost. So for 1 extra mana, it's literally Dark Confidant, but it's an enchantment, and this can actually be helpful because it's a little bit harder to target. It won't be destroyed with a board wipe like Dark Confidant. Our opponents will specifically have to get removal for an enchantment, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get rid of. And it isn't like Painseer where we have to have it untapped to be able to get this amazing trigger. It just happens like Dark Confidant. This is a great card. This is another great budget option. We have Duskmantle Seer. For 2, a blue and a black, we have a 4/4 vampire wizard that has flying. And at the beginning of your upkeep, each player reveals the top card of their library, loses life to that converted mana cost, then puts it into their hand. So this is like Dark Confidant, but again, this is going to apply to each player. So our opponents may end up killing themselves if they have huge CMC in their decks. Last, I want to talk about Sapling of Confidant. For 3, black, green, interchangeable. So it could end up being 3 and 2 black, 3 and 2 green, or 3, a green and a black. We have a 2/5 Treefolk Shaman. It's indestructible, and whenever it attacks, we're going to reveal the top card of our library. If it's a creature card, we're going to gain life equal to that card's toughness, and we're going to lose life to its power. Then we're going to put it into our hand. Now, this is only going to apply to creatures, so if you do not reveal a creature on top of your library, it's going to stay on top of your library. So I would like to summarize these 4 cards. If you're going to have a lot of tapping and untapping of your creatures, Painseer is a great option. So some commanders that can really abuse Painseer is Phenax, Arkelos, and King Makar. They're going to have a lot of tapping and untapping of their creatures, so this is a great one to add if you already have one of these decks. And like I said before, Dark Tutelage is literally Dark Confidant, just an extra mana, and it happens to be an enchantment. So altogether, this is just the best option, and I really have to recommend this one if you really want to play Dark Confidant, but you don't want to spend that $25. Now, Duskmantle Seer is going to be for every player, so if you don't mind having everyone else put a card into their hand, this is still a great one to have. You can find Duskmantle Seer in decks like Sig River Cutthroat and Amanatu the Fate Shifter. Sig River Cutthroat is really going to benefit off of this because our opponents are losing 3 or more life most likely. And this is at our upkeep, so we're definitely going to be able to get that card for our upkeep, our draw step, and then our end step because of Sig River Cutthroat. Amanatu just really likes dealing with the top card of our library, so this is just a great card to have. And finally, we have Sapling of Confidant. This can actually be a commander itself because it is a legendary creature, so you could build around Sapling of Confidant. Or if you wanted to put it in another one of your decks, some popular commanders are Dorian the Siege Tower and Confidant the Last U. These have a lot to do with the creature's toughness rather than its power, so Sapling of Confidant will fit right into these decks. So hopefully I have convinced you do not have to pay $25 for Dark Confidant. You can actually spend 50 cents for something very similar and 1 extra mana. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this budget alternative video. I appreciate every like, comment, and when you subscribe, it really helps out the channel. If you would like any of these cards, please use the TCG link down below. It really helps out the channel at no additional cost to you. And if you'd like to become a patron, there are some rewards for being one. You can get a signed card by me. I can make you a deck tech once each year. And just by paying $1 each month, you can be supporting this channel as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.